I felt strongly to offer up some words of encouragement to the fellow black sheep of the family. Please forgive me for being in my jammies. Today is what I call my self-care Sunday. It's my designated day to just do things that are self-nourishing and healing. And after this, I'll probably go have a hibiscus tea and listen to the birds, and then maybe take a bubble bath and watch a baking show and do a puzzle. But I have such compassion for those of us that have never been received unconditionally with love or acceptance from our own family, because it's normal to expect that in a family dynamic. And those of us that are stigmatized as the black sheep or the family failure or the one that's excluded or isolated or talked about tend to be the ones that go against the grain. We may do things differently. We could choose a different faith. We could choose a different career or lifestyle than what is expected of the family group. We often tend to be the generational curse breakers. We tend to be the truth speakers. We tend to be the ones that question things and have the courage to say things that other family members don't. And so we tend to be isolated and stigmatized as a result of that. I remember as a child, I would watch movies where there would be a protective father over his daughter or an older brother that looked out for his sister. And I always longed to have that kind of a protection. But, some of us, we had to be our own father. And we did a good job. We did the best we could with what we had. And that can be tough. It can be really tough too, and that generational curse can be passed down and children are indoctrinated in it. So there can be very young children in the family speaking badly about Uncle so-and-so, and this relative is this way, or, it becomes normalized in the family to judge and speak about somebody in a certain way and a perceived mistake or failure in their life, and that's how they're always seen from then on, whether it's even real or they may have had many successes and progress and changes since then, but the family still fixates on the past or what they think that person has failed in. And sadly, even someone's own children can be indoctrinated into that abuse, where the extended family members will actually encourage and provide positive attention to children that are disrespectful to a parent or that badmouth them and encourage that behavior. And sadly, that generational curse carries on as a result of that. And that's when it becomes, so abusive and unhealthy. And it's appropriate to expect our names to be safe amongst family members. It's appropriate to expect positive encouragement and recognition and unconditional love and support from our family members. So when we're not receiving that, and family members are nice to our face but speaking badly about us the second we walk away, or trying to influence the way that others see us and how we're perceived when they don't want us to have any success in life or anything we do accomplish, they will criticize. They feel we're not worthy of our portion of inheritance. We're not worthy of, any kind of accomplishment or praising that. It can be really tough. And I know for me personally, I grew up in a faith where family is everything, and I believe family is so valuable and so important. But when that family dynamic is chronically toxic, where you're literally being emotionally abused by family members that make you feel icky when you interact with them, I think there is value in detaching and creating new boundaries, because they may never change, and you can tell a lot about the health of a relationship by how you feel after you've interacted with someone. And I know that since I have chosen to detach from family members that are not treating me well, I feel a lot better and I'm at peace. And, the golden child is man's favorite, but the black sheep, I believe, is God's favorite. And even though I haven't had a father that protects me and looks out for me, I believe that God gives me an added measure of love and support and protection as a result of that. And, we can find our own tribe and our own people that will actually root us on, that will actually see us for who we are. And we don't have to be defined by the labels that, abusive family members are trying to place upon us. We can't spend our life seeking validation that we'll never receive. If everything you do is never good enough, if it's always your fault, you're always the scapegoat, no matter how well you're doing in life, that is depleting to the soul. So I just wanted to offer up some encouragement to those of us that don't have a loving, supportive family that cheers you on, that you're having to find that within. There's benefit to being in that situation, because I think we become stronger and we tend to be the ones that thrive and break generational curses as a result, because we are doing it on our own, and we tend to be more driven and know how to overcome challenges. So shout out to my fellow black sheep. Keep up the great work. You're doing a great job. And I just wish you love and support and encouragement